Hi everybody, tennis coach Robert right here in sunny Florida, early in the morning. Thank you for tuning in. We're going to talk about the serve and we're going to talk about shadowing, okay? So shadowing is very, very important. I'm a firm believer in spending a lot of time shadowing. And the reason I like shadowing, in fact, to be honest with you, I shadow more than I actually hit tennis balls. And the reason I shadow is because I want to find that baseline. I want to find what it really is like for me to hit the ball correctly and be efficient. I'm someone who likes to be efficient in all my shots. I don't like to work harder than I need to. In fact, probably most people don't want to do that either. So I try to find out the most efficient way to hit a ball. And so I'm going to talk specifically today about the serve. So when I go ahead and I work on my serve, I find this motion here. This is just my warm-up serve. I'm just going here gently. And what I'm doing is, the main thing is I want to stay in balance. And I want to know that I am hitting the ball, having contact slightly to the right of my head. Okay? So I'm finding this nice, smooth motion. Of course, I'm using my left arm to help to pull. And I'm rotating my body. So I want to find that. So things that I don't want to do when I'm shadowing is go ahead and, being off balance. I know that is not right. I know this is not right. So I'm finding out what is correct. And the reason we sometimes see that or do that is because of the good old toss. So if the toss is out of whack, foot goes up here, toss is over here, it goes over there. And you should know, and you should stop yourself right there and then and say, look, something is not right. And what is not right is the toss. But you must know what it is and feels like to have a correct swing path. So the only way you can do that is to go ahead and shadow. So when you shadow, you'll find out what the correct swing path is. So it's very, very important. Even if I did go into a more advanced serve where I'm squatting and lunging to create the force, I still am working on making sure that I'm in the best balance possible to create the best serve. And I feel exactly what it's like. Again, I don't want to be in positions where I'm out of whack. Once we take it and we go ahead and do this, and when I'm doing this now, I'm going to do what is called a static balance serve. So I'm going to serve the ball without necessarily moving my feet. Okay? So I get into a static balance serve, which is this. And part of the reason for that is to force myself to toss the ball better. If I toss the ball over here, I'm going to have to move to go get it. But if I get into this position right here, I'm not going to move my feet. Similarly, if I'm throwing the ball, and I've talked many times about the similarities between throwing and playing tennis. So similarly, if I'm throwing a ball and I'm doing this, if I'm throwing that way and I'm here, I'm going to be off balance. I need to know what it's like to throw a ball correctly. I need to know the feel of it, and I'm trying to replicate this motion with my service part. And I'm talking about the lower part here. So we're going to go ahead, and I have a couple of balls. Once I get that and feel what it's like to serve correctly, I then add the ball, and I practice this. This at times can be a little tricky, and we're working on the toss indirectly also. So I go ahead and I make a shadow motion, and then as close as possible, mimic that motion with a toss. So I serve, had a little bit of a hitch on that one. Then I go up, oh, I messed up there with my toss. I go here, and then the second one should be similar. So a swing and a serve. That one was out of whack. A swing, and then a serve. That one was good. A swing, shadow, followed by a serve. So when I work on that, I know what it's like to feel the serve correctly. So on that one, that's the beauty of filming live. I tossed the ball incorrectly twice. And I made the comment and I said it was off because I knew I was reaching. So I went ahead and I reached. So we're all going to make mistakes, but we practice this and we practice efficiently to make sure that we do it right. So I go here, and if I'm out there, I know even though I kept my balance, that didn't feel right. It didn't feel like the right way of hitting it. So we want to make sure that one was a little bit off. Shadow, that one was much better. And the more we go ahead and practice that, the more we're going to be more accurate with the toss, and the more we're going to be more accurate with what we ultimately want to do, which is get the ball in and hit the ball where we want it to go, instead of just hitting it as hard as we can right in the middle of the court and helping our opponents get the ball back, or we hit the ball so hard and inconsistently until we end up beating ourselves. And then we go ahead and try to see about hitting with more spin, more this, more that, and we don't even have the basic motion in order. So I hope you found this video to be helpful, and if you enjoyed the video, please subscribe and give it a thumbs up. And thank you for taking the time to spend some time watching this video with me. But ultimately, you got to go out there and do it, okay? Watching me do this and finding it interesting or what have you, it's not going to help you. Ultimately, we want to go out and play tennis. So we want to go out there and actually try this and do this. So it's very useful for you to go out there and do it, okay? So thank you very much, and go ahead and go out and play tennis. Thank you very much.
For more information on Carlbo Tennis, visit www.carlbotennis.com. If you wish to email Coach Robert, please do so at robert@carlbotennis.com, or visit his Facebook page at www.facebook.com/carlbotennis. Tennis for the people. This video was an ADCI LLC production and was filmed at the North Pinellas YMCA located in Palm Harbor, Florida.